Hi, this is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Man, I'm getting fired up. National, heck, about 6 weeks away. Can't wait to see everyone. Trying to save money. I recently picked up a card, not an expensive card, but I need to stay off the auction sites and eBay. There's always something, man. There's always something to purchase. And I just want to have some money just in case I see something at the National. But today, I always try to come up with some kind of theme, you know. And I didn't have any ideas until today, but I talked to a friend of mine I haven't talked to in years. And we were good friends. We grew up on the same block. And, you know, I was still am a huge Willie Mays fan, and he was a Hank Aaron fan. And we would argue who was the best, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays. And, you know, he would come up with, heck, he's the home run king. And I would say Mays was he played at Candlestick Park. And it was tough to hit a home run, especially before they put that chain link fence in with the wind blowing. Whereas Aaron, he played at the launching pad in Atlanta for many years. So here I'm telling you my argument as a kid. But it just gave me the idea, you know, heck, let's see show you some cards you normally don't see every day, some oddball cards of Aaron and Maize. And this will be the last time, at least in this video, I mention oddball, because a couple of my friends, Dave and John, do not like the term oddball card. So I'm going to call them unique cards in this video. And I have 6 of them. A couple I've shown before. Others I haven't shown before, and they're definitely unique. So let's start with Aaron. The first one I have here is a 1960 Spick and Span. And Spick and Span was a dry cleaning company in Wisconsin. And they issued cards from 1953 to 1960. Not just cards, but in 1953 they issued photos, 1 year postcards, different size cards. Seems like something was different each year. And 1960 was the last year. And these were attached to, when you picked up your laundry, this would be attached to the bag or given to you. And a lot of times you'll see some tape marks here where they were actually placed, you know, on the garment bags. On the back here, it says, "Good hitters never take their eyes off the ball." Autograph of Hank Aaron, facsimile, and with the logo here. And this is just right up my wheelhouse. Now, this was a recent purchase from My Slabs. I never used My Slabs before. But it was pretty painless, easy going. And I got a text from Alan's Cards. And he said, "Hey, you might want this card. It's a pretty good deal." And I agreed with him. So I signed up for My Slabs and picked this one up. So again, 53 to 60. And actually, you know, you're going to probably scoff at this, but I actually prefer this particular card, an SGC4 Spick and Span, over his Topps 1960 card. That's just me. Just the history of this being, you know, from a dry cleaning company with the interesting back on it. I don't know. And with Topps, you know, I think probably around 4,000 or 5,000 cards of Hank Aaron Topps card graded by PSA. This one, I'm sure, is very low pop. So I don't know, that's just me. I just love the unique cards. So that's the first one I'd like to show you. The next one, if I can find it here, is the, oh, here it is. I showed you this one fairly recently, but it's also a 1960 card of Hank Aaron. It's Lake to Lake, another Wisconsin issued card. And it was a dairy company, Lake to Lake. And these were stapled or placed on milk cartons. And it was a 28 card set. This one's relative. You don't see this one too often. I'm sure people have them in their collection. On the back here, you can redeem cards for pen and pencils and autograph ball, and even 100 cards would get you some tickets to a game. And here's where they would punch out the card. So Hank Aaron, Lake to Lake. And this one here is fairly inexpensive. The 1968 Atlantic Oil play ball card game. And you can see you would tear these apart right here. And a lot of times you would see these edges just all banged up, and obviously kids didn't do a very good job, or whoever didn't really want to necessarily take care of the card. They wanted to see if they could win some kind of prize, and you could win up to $2,500. On the back, you'll see there's two different backs. This one here and the other back would have the rules of the game. So again, a relatively inexpensive card of Hank Aaron. Now the Maize cards, this one is a 1955 All-American Sports Club and a PSA 8. Pretty high grade for this, and definitely unique card. This was a 500 card set, multi-sport set, and these were on a 9x12 sheet in which you would cut them out, 36 players to a sheet. And Maize being one of the more expensive ones, and the reason for it being more expensive is most likely people needing this card for the PSA Master Set Registry for Maize. And the other key cards in the set would be the Mickey Mantle, the Jackie Robinson, and the pre-rookie card of Bill Russell. It's blank back. And dealing with this, I do not do the PSA set registry. I didn't go down that road. If I were to do the set registry, I would definitely do Maize, because I do have some unique cards of Maize, and plenty of Maize cards, and I'm sure I would be relatively high up on the list, but I just never got into that. This one here would be another one for the master set, and that's the 1969 Globe Imports Maize. These were issued at gas stations or in vending machines at gas stations. Whoever produced these, we're not sure. The images were, most of them were from Sports Illustrated posters or Topps cards. Again, blank back. Kind of a unique card you don't see every day. Again, in an 8, I'm sure this would be, someone would want this card for the registry. This one here is a 1971 Ticketron Maize. Now Ticketron, if you're old like me and you lived on the West Coast, you would remember Ticketron, where you would be able to buy, get tickets for sporting events and concerts. This was a 30 card set, 20 Dodgers, 10 Giants. What makes this really cool is the back here. You're going to see the little advertisement, the Giants schedule here. And it's really cool. It tells you the special giveaway days, which I remember as a kid. Bat Day. Who doesn't remember Bat Day? Helmet Day, Cap Day, Fan Appreciation Day. Those were, everyone wanted to go to Bat Day. Nowadays, man, they're not giving away a bat, especially a full-size bat nowadays. But kind of a relatively unique card in my collection. So hey, there's 6 cards. Kind of, you can see kind of why I like to collect these unique cards. And thanks for watching. And this is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Bye.